Hi there, guys. So we've got a bit of a doozy here. This one is really um, it speaks really deeply to our understanding of what God expects of us and our expectation towards God that we should have as well. So we're talking about we're speaking on Matthew 25, verse 14. This talks about the parable of the talents. Now, there's some deeper things regarding these different individuals which had different talents, and we're going to speak about all of them. Okay, so we'll start from 14 and we'll go straight through, but then we'll talk about it. Okay, so he said, "For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods." Now, very interestingly, this is what to expect in the kingdom of heaven. This is how the kingdom of heaven operates in a way, and expects us to kind of practice that operation here. Um, and unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability. And straightway took his journey. Now that's very interesting. Several ability. I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, excuse me, and made them other 5 talents. Now you already know the story. If you don't, um, the one servant got 5 talents. He made um, an extra 5 talents. Okay, another servant got 2 talents. He made an extra 2 talents. So each one had made five. They made what they received. Okay, um, and then finally the last servant, he took he received 1 talent, and he took what he received and he hid it away. Now this is very important. Okay, and and so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. So his Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things, I will make thee ruler over many. Okay, now I'm going to skip a little bit. And he says, we're going to the last servant. And he says, I was afraid and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast, sorry, lo, there thou hast that is thine. Yeah, it's a bit of a tongue twister. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant. Okay, wait. Before we go further than that, from verse 24, he says, Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee, that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. Okay, and then he said, I was afraid, and basically pleaded his case with regards to not performing using the 1 talent and not doubling it. And then the master said, Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury. Okay, what is very interesting about this, the first thing we must understand is that these 3 individuals who are servants are actually one. You can be any of these individuals. So you can be the one that has the 5 talents, the 2 talents, or you can be the one that has the 1 talent. Now, what's very interesting about this, when they talk about here several ability, they were given talents according to what they lacked. Now, hear this. If you have 3 sons or you have 3 daughters, and you understand as a father or as a parent, you understand that they have certain things that they are, certain traits that makes things difficult for them. So, for example, the one kid could be afraid of heights. Okay, so you compensate for them. The other kid could be very good around, like an extrovert, very good around people. Okay, really gets energized and excited and happy around people. And then you compensate for that kid. And then and then finally the last one could be very clever, could be very smart, could be very wise, and you compensate for that one. So what actually God is revealing here is God gave the talents according to wherever someone lacked, wherever the servant lacked, he compensated with the talents. So the first servant, he didn't have the smarts, okay, but God compensated with the 5 talents, so he gave him more resources to use, because his ability was limited, so he needed more. Okay. And this is just one of the perspectives. There's other perspectives you can look at this, but let's just stick to this one for now. So, but the last servant is what you must understand was the wisest. The last servant was the smartest, because not only did the servant understand the master, he also understood the mannerisms of the master, what the master expected. And here's the thing about intelligence. Intelligence is not a survival trait. Intelligence is a guide trait. Faith is a survival trait. Hope is a survival trait. But intelligence is not. It is meant to guide you to understand. Here's caution, and here is, here's where caution is. And it's actually supposed to guide you to the absolute intelligence, which is Jesus. Okay, so you must understand that according to the Word of God, he who is the least is like he who is the most, he who is the chief among you, and he who is the chiefest among you acts like he who is the least. Okay, that perpetual humble cycle, and this is what is being revealed here, is that the one who received the least talent had the most promise to be able to turn that 1 talent to maybe 10 talents, 20 talents. He could have gone far above the others. But because, and this is what upset the master, is I've given you so much, you lack so little in the resources that I need to give you. Because you have so much ability, you have so much promise. You could have, so what I'm trying to say is, if you look at your resources and you're lacking, like let's say financially, you're lacking maybe health-wise, you're lacking maybe friends or family, whatever you're lacking in, okay, that you feel that will take you to the next stage, you're lacking it because God has already compensated with you. He has put enough in you to accomplish what you think where you're lacking. He has already compensated. So, but that is why you got to turn to him, because otherwise you won't be able to understand how to use your several ability, as it says here in the Word of God. So, this is actually a great. So we compensated for their lack, and also we can understand that all 3 of these servants are actually one individual. And this one individual can be any of these. You can be any of these. So I think that is about it for now. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoy my content, please leave a like. But other than that, you don't have to. If you just enjoy it, just enjoy it. It's meant for you. We receive freely. Okay, we receive the Word of God. We receive blessings. All of these things, we receive it freely from God. So we give it freely. So God bless. Thank you for watching. All the best. Bye-bye.